How's it going, everybody? It's Ishinigami, and we got another rant, maybe. I don't know, one of the two. So, just before we get started, I just, want to let y'all know, thank you for all the subscribers, thank you for all the views. It all means so much to me. And, give it a like, subscribe. Let's see how well we could do this time. Today, we're going to be making a video on the Nickmercs. Now, some of y'all may have seen Call of Duty is about to be getting into some hot water. Now, we are in the month of Pride, the nice rainbow, rainbow month, right? But for some of us who have children and who now are not indoctrinated in such beliefs, I find this month to be abhorrent. Now, sorry, I'm going to get on a little bit of a tangent here real quick. So we got all these, holidays and Memorial Days and Days of Memory, right? Well, how come these people get a whole fucking month when you have service members? You literally had the anniversary of D-Day on June 6th, and yet we have a whole fucking month for this Pride shit, right? Now, I'm not a fan of it. I'm just going to be upfront about it. I don't want anybody to come find my channel 10 years down the line, 5 years later or some shit and be like, look at all these. Look, he didn't ever mention that he's opposed to this or he feels this type of way. Look, I'm going to be fucking 100 with it. I am tired of this bullshit. I don't need to be fucking playing no goddamn Illusions Academy or whatever where you don't know who I am and all these secret hidden beliefs I believe in. Like, no, it's unnecessary. I don't believe we should be having kids be talked about with the whole LGBT stuff. Actually, I should be correcting that. The whatchamacallit? What's it? Yeah, the TQ plus. That portion of it is the one that is basically very detrimental and basically a leech at this point. Now you've had them, I'm gonna again tangent, we've had them try and add maps, minor attracted persons, blah blah blah, to that bullshit and other crap like that. You've had some try to rebel against it, and it's just like, look, from all the videos and other stuff I've been seeing out from people who are actually lesbian, gay, or queer, was it queer? Lesbian, gay, or bi, right? Is they've been basically against, being trans or whatever, blah, blah. Sorry, I'm getting on a tangent. But when you have a kid, maybe that's one of those eye-openers where you're just like, look, I'm not all for this, right? And then secondly, when you got stuff like this, which we will show you now, you got someone who just became a father and now has a wider vision of societal norms and other stuff that he should be doing, blah blah blah. And again, I can attest to that, maybe to a little lesser degree because I already had my beliefs, but he didn't do anything wrong, okay? And as we go over it, you'll see what I'm talking about.
Dirty wins. Keep it fucking moving, man. All right. I'll say this. I saw a tweet, and I didn't like what I was seeing, man. Okay, I saw parents brawling in front of a fucking school with kids. I just didn't fucking like it. I'm sure a lot of you guys can understand how that video would piss some people off. It pissed me off. Okay. Now, I mean, full transparency, how do I put this? I'm going to be very, very careful here. I don't want to piss anybody off. I'm making a lot of people mad. Wasn't my intention. I mean, listen, my wife and I just had a baby. Brand new father. We seeing these kinds of videos. It's sad,
And this just keeps fucking happening, where these people want to lie and say, no, we're not trying to get your kids on this and blah, blah, blah. Oh, they know what they want. Or it's like, no. For the longest time, for the longest fucking time, kids have not been consenting adults. So that would mean you can't have them be okay with something until they're much older. And the fact that you have, again, teachers trying to teach them to be like, maybe you're not in the right body, maybe you're not. Blah, blah, blah. Well, I'm gonna tell you a little fucking story here. Some may find embarrassing, but I love dinosaurs. And yeah, when I was younger, I loved to make raptor noises, dinosaur noises, or whatever. And yeah, you know, I loved the Jurassic Park, even though I got scared as shit from it. Seeing the raptors, you know, walk around and do their fucking thing. But my mom didn't fucking entertain the fact that I was a dinosaur or a raptor or any of my friends that were around me when I did those embarrassing things. They didn't just go, yeah, you're a dinosaur because you sound like one. It's like, no, bitch, that's not how the fuck it works. So in turn, it's the same thing. Kids will have a active imagination and will do many incredible things. But to sit here and to basically hide false information, you're twisting reality for these kids when they don't know what anything is. Now, if you raised a kid to believe that blue is green, red is purple, yellow is orange, black is white, you know, that person's of understanding is going to be vastly different from everybody else. But to them, if you taught them those certain things, they will believe very adamantly because that's how they were raised. Something about psychology and child development. Okay, yes, we know some of the most crucial times of their growth, you know, beginning from like 5 to 9 years old, that first big jump, and then from there you got the preteen phase, and then obviously you have just adolescents, teenagers basically. What this man is saying is not controversial at all. Very, very valid take. Now, for the fact that Call of Duty thinks they... Look, I'm not big on the trans fucking thing. I'm just gonna say it up front. I don't give two fucks about it. Okay? Well, I should say I do give a fuck about it. I don't want you indoctrinating kids. I don't want you making them think that, yes, they can be. That is for an adult to figure out. Not some fucking child who doesn't know what they are yet. Or who they even are as a human being. Creatively. What their actual... what they can aspire to be. You really want people to just be bottom of the barrel, it seems like. And we shall continue, because, man, sorry, I get going with this shit, because it's just very upsetting when it's continuous. The attack of heterosexual parents. And again, maybe I'm gonna go off a little further here. For some of you, you may not see it, but it is literally stopping human civilization. Think about it. For the longest time, thousands of years, humans have been basically progressing, right? The population has been booming up until just recently. Now, you tell me the facts and the science make sense, right? Usually, the only animals that can reproduce asexually are, again, ones that are already kind of like worms, jellyfish, certain insects, even some reptiles and mammals, I believe. Well, more so reptiles. It is not capable for a human to reproduce as a male to another male. But is not able, a female is not able to reproduce with another female. But yet you have people lying to you saying 2 + 2 is 5. And I just don't stand for it. I love science. I love history. Those who don't learn from it are doomed to repeat it. Guess what? We're in the fall of the fucking Roman Empire right now. You got civil war breaking out, people trying to stab each other in the back. Why the fuck do you think Donald Trump has been indicted twice now? It's all a political ploy. It's all a way to crush America. Now, some of you may not believe it, but hey, that's just part of it, right? Let's keep it going.
But her and I agree that we want to be the ones to talk to our kid about things like that. I'm trying to keep it really simple, just so we don't have to get too crazy about it, because there's nothing to get crazy about. It's just, it really is that simple. I think I just have a bigger perspective on this now, being a parent, than I did maybe 2 months ago. So, you know, the video bothered me, right? And that's I just don't think it's any place for a teacher or a school. I don't think it's the place to speak about things like that. And it's not that I think that it shouldn't be spoken about. If that's what you got from that tweet, then you're just wrong. You're just wrong.
So, as many of you have seen, the issue here isn't necessarily... Look, trans people can exist. I can get past that hurdle, right? But don't do it to kids. Don't push this ideology onto someone who is still barely trying to find themselves. And yes, development happens up until 25. It doesn't mean that all of a sudden, once you hit 25 years old, exactly on the dot, boom, everything's figured out. You're just a sane human being, right? No, the fuck you're not. It's not how it works. All right? When all this occurs, usually there may be some people that regret it, some that don't. Some that are just so engrossed into this fantasy of theirs, they delve even deeper. Okay, it's like following the rabbit down, the Wonderland, Alice in Wonderland bullshit. You just keep trying to chase after that rabbit. You keep going and keep going, but you'll never catch him. So, in short, I do not think this man should be ridiculed in any way for his belief on trans bullshit being pushed on the kids in schools, right? And secondly, he should not have had his his skin removed. I just wanted to say, have a good day, good night, good evening, whatever time of day it is for you. I will catch y'all next time. Like, subscribe. See ya.